So 1 to 10, how well do you feel you guys conflict resolute? Okay, here we go.
Hey, you funny, man. Hey, we had a 10,
like,
man.
Yeah,
We had a 10.
we actually get past our shit.
I do agree with that though. No matter
Don't
what.
ever go to bed angry.
No, ever go to bed angry.
Yeah, no, I really agree with that. I really agree with that.
Same. I feel like it's the same.
I'm not gonna say a 10. I ain't finna even
You
step
don't
into
think
a
it's a 10?
lot. I'm gonna say probably about an 8, 8.5, maybe even a 9.
I'm going to bed.
We don't go,
No,
we don't go to bed with unresolved issues, but at the same time, there are some things that we are both just really headstrong on,
Yeah.
and we don't necessarily like resolve them. It's just like she speak her piece, I speak my piece, and 20 minutes later, like, you hungry?
Yeah.
Points were made. Yep. Yeah.
I'm sorry that I thought this way. I'm sorry that I thought this way. And then it washed out. But it ain't happened immediately. It took a little time. But that conflict has just kind of like dissolved itself.
But I feel like respecting each other's opinions and leaving it at that is also resolving the conflict, because you're no longer arguing about it. You just understand your side, you understand your side, and that's it. I feel like that's also resolving.
That's true.
And things get brought back up, later on.
Obviously,
and whatnot, so.
names and shit.
I say we like an 8, 8.5. We don't go to bed angry. I ain't even finna count. Because we had to go to work. We will get together and be like, yo, we'll try to find it because sometimes you need that space to say it a different way. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like, I'm like Buck. Sometimes I say shit with a lot of passion, and sometimes it's hard to hear shit when I'm talking in all caps. So, like, sometimes I might need a break to like throw a comma somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Bring this lowercase. Let me represent it this way. You know what I'm saying? Because we have two different backgrounds. Like, as similar as we are very different. We are very different, especially in the way that we handle conflict resolution. So I say we like a 8, 8.5. We are just really good at, okay, let's come back and try a different approach. What say ye?
I say more like a 7.
Damn, I tried.
It's not like 7 in a bad way, like 7 as in there's plenty of room for improvement. I do think that we kind of rely on our introvertedness to like walk away and separate and think about it later. And I think we do that a little too much sometimes. To be honest.
You gonna say that in front of all these
No, it's all good. No, it's all good because I got a question for the men now. And I'm about to come right back to you first. 1 to 10. 1 being old girl from Thin Line and Love and Hate. And 10 being Martin's mama. You know, like my mama made these biscuits. You know, he can confide in his mama, right? The question is, how your significant other, how well of a emotional safe space do you have with her?
Start with me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say a 10. Like this was the first relationship that I've had where I can come to her, express everything that's on my mind, as jumbled and as fucked up as it is, and she just be like, okay, how do you feel? And then we'll go from there. So I literally don't feel like I could like vent and feel like any of that would be used against me. But you, like, I feel fully comfortable. Because I've talked about some fucked up shit before, and she'd be like, that's either fucked up or slightly funny. So yeah.
If I'm being honest, for a long time I felt maybe like a 6 or a 7. Now I feel like it's closer to a 9. And I say that because I don't think all women can handle the truth. And I underestimated her ability to be able to handle me giving her full on honest truth. But we had a really, really heavy conversation before we got married. You know what I mean? And we just kind of laid everything out on the table, and it just let me know that I could confide in her. as a safe space. And the only reason I don't say a 10 is because even now, I feel like I don't ever feel like I have to lie about anything. But I'm also cognizant of how well she is going to take something. And I am more cognizant of how something will affect her emotionally. So if it's something that I feel like it's not that pressing, I'll still tell her, but it doesn't have to be like one of those things where it's like, is it really that important? Like, do you really have to say that? You probably did. So I'm gonna let that go. But anything she need to know, I'm gonna talk to her about it. So
Well, I feel it's a 10 because like this is my best friend. Like I can tell her anything, you know, and not worry about what, or I know she gonna guide me in the right way. Like
That's that look, boy. I tell you, I don't know. All right, here we go.
Definitely a 10 on this side. 10s across the board. 10, 10, 10, 10.
Okay, here we
Yeah,
go.
it's
Here we
always
go.
safe
Here we
space.
go.